So I just realized that I have not made any cooking content. And that's kind of weird because diet is a big part of self improvement. So today I want to tell you how I make my breakfast. I eat the same thing pretty much every day. It's filling, it's tasty. It's probably a lot better than the Pop Tarts that some of you guys are eating. And I just want to show you guys how to make a simple, quick breakfast. All right, let's do it. All right, so what do we need? We need eggs, fruit, and peanut butter. All right, so these are the essentials. So let's get a plate. So you want to get a bowl to, mix your eggs in, whatever you prefer. And I always eat 3 eggs. I find that if I eat more than that, I tend to not eat all of it, and then it's kind of a waste. One thing about eggs that bothers me, though, is that no matter how hard I try, every time I crack it, I get all this splooge on my fingers, and it's annoying. Oh, actually, there is one thing I forgot. We need onions and cheese. So we got our eggs, right? And we can mix these up real quick. There we go. Now you can put whatever you want in your eggs. I prefer salt. This onion salt's pretty good. And pepper. But do whatever you like. There we go, looks good. And then I said we had an onion, right? So I like to put onion in my eggs. I don't know about you. I just find the crunch is kind of good, so just get a little cutting board. My grandma gave me this cutting board for Christmas. It's pretty nice. There's like a whole technique that Gordon Ramsay teaches, like keep your finger here, but I'm pretty careful. Just don't want to cut yourself, obviously. Put up a nice pile of onions. This is actually a lot more than I thought. There we go. That's good enough. I mean, I'm not an expert. I'm not one of those culinary YouTubers that is super precise, but there we go. Now I don't know about you, but I like cheese. I really do like cheese. And this is smoked Gouda. Make sure to cut off that little waxy bit on the end and just put it on the plate. And then I like to have fruit. A lot of people seem to demonize fruit, like, sugar is bad for you. But I really do like berries and whatnot in the morning, so I usually go with blueberries and then just some blackberries. I try to make it aesthetic, but I often don't succeed. That's good enough, right? Now, I sometimes alternate between yogurt or bread with my eggs, but last night, my girlfriend and I, we baked pumpkin bread. That looks really good. So I'm gonna, instead of yogurt, have some banana bread. There we go. And, like me and many other young guys, I'm trying to put on weight, right? So I'll probably have a little spoonful of peanut butter. This is the best peanut butter I've ever found. It's from Costco. It's so good. A little dollop on the banana bread. Okay, so that's most of the work, honestly. Now we just gotta put the eggs in the pan and we're good to go. So one of the reasons I want to make cooking content is not just for oh, this would be cute, but this actually could help improve your health a bit. And one of the ways I do that is instead of using that shitty, canola spray, I use actual coconut oil. And it's really not that much more expensive. And I feel like, if it's for your health, then it's worth it. So I just put that amount probably in the pan and just let it melt. There's a lot of stuff I want to go over in future content about hormone blockers and all the seed oils that are in our foods that are making you really just feel like crap, right? And one of the easiest ways to do that is just change what you're cooking with. Some people cook with animal fat. I've heard that, or butter, but I like coconut oil. It doesn't really have a signature taste and, works for me. But again, whatever you like. I know some people will be like, oh, it's so expensive though. And, eggs, I do buy what is this? That carton of eggs is probably $7 or $8. And that's kind of expensive. I could get cheaper eggs, but when it comes to your health, man, I feel go big or go home, because it's what you put in your body. It's this is your fuel. So why would you not want to spend a little bit extra so that you can feel good? All right, so my technique with eggs is I wait until it gets decently hot. I mean, this might take a bit of practice, but I wait until it's pretty hot, and then I pour it in, and then if it makes a nice sizzle, that's when you know it's a good temperature. Yeah, there we go. As long as it makes a nice sizzle, that's when I know it's hot enough. And you can obviously cook your eggs however you like, but I'm a scramble man, right? I don't really like a sunny side up or anything like that, so I just kind of look for where the edge of the egg is starting to kind of curl up, and then you just kind of move it around a bit, and just take some practice, but It's really good. I really like the one thing that I hate more than anything when it comes to breakfast is overcooked eggs. When they get all like crispy and shit. That is the worst, man. So, just keep it moving, keep an eye on it, and you should be good. Oh, and another thing. I used to cook with this spatula thing, right? But I was thinking, like, man, this is plastic, though, and I don't want plastic in my food, because that's a genuine problem, right? So I've switched to using this wooden spoon. I don't know if it's making, like, a tremendous difference, but, just little things like that I feel like can help optimize your health. And then when you know the eggs are done is when they're like a little bit glistening on the top. There's still some moisture, but they're not too cooked, because crunchy eggs, man, that's the worst. Put it on the plate. Try not to spill any. I used to cook with this like black Teflon pan, and they have those like forever chemicals in them, And this I think is this is a Blue Diamond, and I think it's a pretty good pan. So you don't want to be cooking with anything that's gonna like infuse your food with a bunch of bullshit and those forever chemicals. And I know it's kind of expensive, and you might be living at home with your parents still, and it's hard to convince them to buy that kind of stuff if you can't afford it, but just think on it, man. Your health is important. And then the last thing is just a little bit of hot sauce. This is my favorite hot sauce, Cholula. You got your protein, you got your carbs, you got your fruit and your fat with the cheese. Pretty good. All right, let's eat. Yeah, dude, this is honestly really good. Like, I don't think that healthy eating has to be like this thing that's like, oh, it's disgusting, or like eating a whole wheat bowl of cereal or oatmeal. Like that has to be healthy. Like this is pretty damn good. I know a lot of people also, they're like, oh, I don't have time to cook. I get up so early and I have to get out the door as quick as possible. But I mean, the recording of that was like 12 minutes. And then, you might need to clean up the dishes. That's like a 2 or 3 minutes. Like if you can't wake up 15 minutes earlier than you normally do to eat a better breakfast, then come on, man. Let's think of our priorities. Because I hope that most people watching this stuff, they're like pretty health conscious. But I know there's lots of guys out there, especially, that all they eat is like a frozen waffle, or like cooking eggs is just like, oh, I don't even know how to do that. It's like your responsibility to eat well, because it's like your body. This is what you put in your body. And if you're feeding your body with crap all the time, like you're just eating frozen meals, then you're going to feel like dog shit, And I mean, like I have my occasional pizza or, random thing that isn't that healthy, but you want to start your day out strong every time. And I also want to acknowledge that some people like intermittent fasting, right? And they say that breakfast can be skipped. And that's fine. I mean, this is just me giving you a potential idea. And this is just what I do. It works for me. I probably couldn't skip breakfast, but if you don't want to eat until like 2 p.m., that's fine. Whatever works for you, right? This banana bread is so good, by the way. I might need to make a video on that recipe. My girlfriend taught it to me. All right. All done. I was filling, dude. So let me know if you like this cooking content. I was really excited to film this. I bought like a whole head mount POV camera just for this, and I do want to make more cooking content, and just to like help people understand how to eat better. But that's about it. So maybe I'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's breakfast. But all right, I'll catch you later.